welcome back. So, of course, it has been a minute since you've seen me, but that is okay. We are taking our time. 2024 came in with a hot bang, didn't it? And so what we're going to do today is we're going to be working with just a short spread, something that's going to be posted here. And obviously, this is YouTube, but you'll see some of these snippets here on IGs pretty soon. I've been working with kind of a spread of my own because I'd taken some time to go through the Celtic Cross and saw what that meant to me. But I talk a lot about my house of consciousness. And in the house of consciousness, there are 4 walls: compassion, strength, intellect, and sexuality or creativity. Those are walled into one. And so what I've been doing here is, what I'll do is I'll take one from the Divine Feminine. I'll take one from our Eternal Seeker Oracle. And we're going to put those 2 as essential. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take both the Cannabis deck, which is more of an earthbound deck, and the LightSeers deck, which is more of a kind of like mentally spirit in terms of sunlight deck. And what we're going to do is we're going to outline those 4 walls in our spread today. So today I believe is the 18th. I will correct that in the description box below if that is incorrect. However, we are going to get started because I only have a short bit of time to get this going. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here, remember this Eternal Seeker Oracle, we're going to wait for one to pop up, and it's just going to go here in the center. That's the one. All right, we're going to take one from the Divine Feminine, and this will be kind of like our center spirit. There she is. All right, so now we got masculine and feminine there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask Spirit to give us guidelines on compassion house, the compassion wall of our house, the strength wall of our house, the intellect, and our sexuality, creativity. So Divine Spirit, please give us some guidance on compassion. Found it. All right, give us some, we're going to go in order here. The next one here is intellect. So intellect. All right. And give us some guidance here. This one's for strength. Okay. And I'm going to read these all upright just for the first reading here. And then, of course, our sexuality, creativity. Perfect. It's quite an awesome card for this one. All right. Once again, we're going to go in with our Earthbound deck. That was our light deck. Our Earthbound deck here for compassion. Interesting. Okay. And intellect. We get a double for that one. All right. We got Ifrata, healing, and Irawo, restoration. Okay, we're going to go in for our strength pillar. There she is. Sent him much an offering. And lastly, our sexuality, creativity pillar. Nice. Sing. Okay, so what does this mean? Remember, there are 4 walls to your house of consciousness, and within those 4 walls, your spirit resides. Mind, body, and spirit are the roof that kind of hold you up. But you know, we always talk about mind, body, spirit, but we forgot to build the house in which our spirit resides so that we'd have the boundaries necessary in our world to maintain what our soul voice is. So today in our compassion world, we're going to get to the middle in a minute, Carol. In our compassion, remember, compassion is something that you have naturally. It's something you only lose when somebody hurts you or when you feel hurt by something. We have the Justice card. So the Justice here, we see that there's both light and dark here. Originally it did come up in reverse, but I said I'm going to read everything on a upper aspect. Sorry, I got red all over my hands. Probably from the lipstick. Anyway, Justice here and unconditional love. So what I would say is, in our compassion world right now, and a lot of the pillars that we have falling with that, we have a hard time understanding what compassion means for ourselves. Justice in ourselves need to understand that sometimes there is darkness in justice. There are people that you love. There are things that you need to say. There are things that you need to have unconditional love for. You see, it's a blueprint. And that unconditional love needs to come for yourself first. And through that unconditional love for yourself, you will exhibit justice in your world, okay? Next we have our, sorry, I'm at the office and they're a little loud downstairs. Next we have our intellect. Remember, intellect, learn about your world. This is how we see our world, our books, our creativity. And we have 3 of Wands. You see here, she has a lot of information about what she wants to do in life. She has this outlook on where she needs to go, and she's just standing at the edge of water, waiting to now continue and take that fiery energy out. What does she need to do with that fiery energy? Ifrata, healing, and Irabo, restoration. These two things are waiting for her on the other side if she just takes that surfboard out and she goes and plays. All right, so in that intellect, you may have been accumulating a lot of knowledge about yourself, about your own life, maybe your family history. You've been uncovering a lot of deep set healed wounds that are now starting to come closed. You know, healing takes a long time, even in the physical body. But what we're being told by Spirit here is like, it's time to put up or shut up, right? It's time to get moving. And our strength pillar here, strength is how we sustain our body, how we physically take care of this creature that we are in currently. You could be in a cow, you could be in a cat, you could be in a dog, but God chose you to be in this body. So in this body, we're looking at Nine of Swords. All right. We might have a lot of self-loathing going on right now with our bodies. Why? Because we've allowed a lot of the things it's taken us time for our heart compassion to heal. A lot of the time it's taken us to get these wands going. We might have let our own body go a little bit. And what does that mean? Maybe your routines are off. Maybe your meditations are off. Maybe you haven't been eating the best food. Maybe you haven't gotten your cardio in. Maybe you're not outside in the sun because it was just winter, and it's been a pretty cold winter and a wild winter weather-wise. So what are we doing here? We need to make an offering, and that offering is going to be, what are you sacrificing on yourself in your own time for yourself to get yourself out of this Nine of Swords? This is just a nightmare, okay? A never-ending nightmare. And what we can do to get out of that is accept that this has died. This time has died, and we are now moving forward from that time. All right, our last one here is creativity, sexuality. And in the light, we see Page of Cups. You'll notice in the corner there's a little pig flying. Okay, so that's great, because what it's telling you to do is, now that you have all of these walls balanced, what are we doing with this creative energy? Now it's time to imagine. Now it's time to have childlike creativity and imagination and manifestation of what we're doing as we sit at the edge of this water here. And what is it telling you to do? Sing, my loves. That throat chakra should be nice and warmed up if you've been quiet lately. If you haven't been quiet lately, maybe this is something that's telling you need to sing the right notes. You need to channel that in. But you see how she's happy here in her singing abilities. She's confident in her creativity, and she's able to move forward now with the sense of knowing exactly what it is that she's going to dream and manifest. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go into the mind, body, spirit card. So this is light and divine feminine. So divine masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. Masculine's telling you to have some hope. This is a beautiful card to have come out right now, because they say that, you know, hope is the promise to those who have suffered from the very depths of their soul to the fiber of their being. This is the sound. This is the canary in the coal mine. This is after everything in the desolation of the dark night of the soul. You see hope there, and you see a fresh new rebirth of these two eggs here. And she's coming back to protect those children. You are your own inner child. The divine feminine is reminding you that you have that Dakini within you. Whether you're male or female by biological nature, you have both feminine and masculine energy within you. The enlightened feminine says, my gut instinct is wise beyond reason, and I trust my intuition to guide me. So if you're sitting at the edge of the water here and you're not quite sure what to do with all of the stuff that you've learned, trust your intuition. And when you're getting into a place where you're feeling unprotected and you have the unknown, have hope. Because that hope is going to push you forward. Hope is faith. Hope is that divine connection to the fact that you know that you are not your body and you are not your mind. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this new spread. I'm going to be doing this spread pretty consistently, I think, moving forward. And if you guys have any comments about it, go ahead and put it down in the description box below or in the comments down below. And if you'd like to see these kind of generalized for your sign or for your astrological sign, please let me know and put your sign down below, because I will be doing those first. I hope you have a wonderful spring, and please know that your astrology right now, anytime this comes upon you, these messages are valid. But right now in our spring astrology, we are in a very powerful month. So be very conscious of your words, be very conscious of your spirit, and make sure your house is always clean.